In this video, we'll look into keys and some practical examples. Keys are primary key, unique key, candidate key, composite key, and foreign key. Primary key uniquely identifies records. Key can be of one or more columns. Doesn't contain null. Cannot have duplicates. There can be only one primary key in a table. Unique key uniquely identifies records. Key can be of one or more columns, can have one null value, cannot have duplicates. So the difference between primary key and unique key is that unique key can have one null value and primary key cannot have any nulls. Candidate key. Candidate key uniquely identifies records. Key can be of one or more columns, doesn't contain null, cannot have duplicates. There can be many candidate keys in a table. So one of these candidate keys can become a primary key. Composite key. Composite key consists of more than one column. You have more than one column, then that key is called composite key. Foreign key. Column that is a primary key in another table is called foreign key. Now let us see some practical examples. Keys. Create table. SQL basics. .dbo. Customer. Here I will take customer ID, integer, and it is can declare it here as primary key, and customer name, take care of, and null. Email, take care of 50, not null. Phone, can declare it as care of 10 and is unique. Now let us create this table. Execute. Now right click tables. SQL basics is the database. Refresh. Customer table has been created. Customer ID is primary key. Customer name, email, and phone. See the keys. We have the primary key as the customer ID, and if I double click this, it will open up this showing this key here, and this is unique key. Now let us create a sales table. Create table SQL basics dot dbo dot sales. Here we'll give customer ID int is a foreign key, and references customer table, the column customer ID, quantity int not null, amount int not null. So let us create this table now. Execute. Right click tables, refresh. there should be a sales table created here. Columns, the customer ID, it is showing it as foreign key. FK is foreign key, and by open keys you can see the foreign key here. Quantity int, amount int, not null. Now let us insert some values. Insert into SQL basic dot dbo dot customer values 1 a, and email I'll give abc at gmail.com, and the last one is phone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9. Now let us enter 2 more records. Copy that, paste it again. So let us change this to 2 b, and this is def at gmail.com. This phone number is 983, and this is ghi at gmail.com. 1 4 5 6 7 8, and into the sales table insert into SQL basics dot dbo dot sales values 1 or 10 or 100. So customer ID 1, quantity 10, amount is 100. So let us enter one more value. Customer ID 2, quantity 20, amount 200. So here we select star from SQL basics dot dbo dot customer. Copy this, copy this whole thing, and then go change the name to sales. Now let us insert these values. Execute. Values have been inserted. Now select start from customer. So these records are there, 3 records, and select start from sales, and these 2 records are there. Now let us test the primary key. So I'll copy this record, insert into, and I'm entering this record again. So 1 is already there in the customer. Good. So 1 is already there in the customer. So if, but customer ID is primary key. Primary key means it is unique and it don't take null values. So if I'm trying to enter 1 again, it should error out. If I execute this, violation of primary key, cannot insert duplicates. The duplicate key value is 1. So that's how the primary key will ensure that no duplicate values are there. So now we'll enter one more record and primary key will give it as null. Let us run it again. Cannot insert the value null into column customer ID table. Column does not allow nulls. That fails. Now let us check the unique key value. Here phone is unique. That means it can take only one null value and it should be unique. So here we'll enter this record for the last phone number. We copy this and let me enter a new primary key here. Let me drag this to that it can be clearly seen. Now we'll enter there are three primary keys here. 1 2 3 are there. So for primary key we'll enter 4, so it won't violate for 4, and I'll enter this name as D just for the sake of a different name, and abc@gmail.com, and this one is phone number is should be unique. So but I'm entering 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 again, and let us run this. So now violation of unique key constraint. Cannot insert duplicate keys in dbo dot customer. The duplicate key value is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 because the phone number is unique. That means you can't enter a duplicate value, but the phone number can take one null value if it is unique. So if I change this to null, now if I see the customer table, there are no null values here. So if I enter a null, it should take the null value. One row affected. If I select star from customer, it will take null value. And now I'll change this to 5. I'll change this to E, and I'll enter one more null value in the phone column. I execute it. So violation of unique key constraint. Cannot insert duplicate key in object dbo.null. Duplicate value is null. So it unique key will take one null value, but it won't take another null value. And candidate key should be unique and shouldn't take null values. And if you have any other if you don't enter any duplicate in email, can be a candidate key, and if you declare it as a primary key, then it will be a primary key. Otherwise, if it is fulfilling all the conditions of a primary key, it will be a candidate key. Now let us look at foreign key. We have in the sales table there is a foreign key. If I double click that, I'll open this window, and this is check existing data on creation tables and column specification, identity, foreign key, enforce for replication, yes, enforce foreign key constraint, yes, insert and update specifics, delete rule no action, update rule no action. So this is the foreign key, and this table you have if I select this both of them together, and drag this up. So you have a customer ID here, which for which the parent ID is a customer ID in the customer table. So if it is referencing, if this is referencing this parent table, then it is a foreign key, and we have declared it as foreign key here. So customer ID in foreign key references customer tables customer ID column. So these are the examples of the keys in the SQL Server. If you like the video, please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button. For notifications on upcoming videos, please click on the bell icon.